This video is on long-term planning. It can be used as a workshop. Go to Canvas, click Modules, then find the workshop module. Open the assignment for the next workshop. If you have already submitted an assignment for Workshop 1, open Workshop 2. The reflection asks you to write your first paragraph on what you already know about the topic or content. So right now, take a moment and think about today's topic, long-term planning. Pause the video to think and jot down a few notes on what you know, and then push play when you are ready to resume. There are many different types of planning. Some people plan for the month, the week, or on a daily basis. There's no right or wrong way to plan. Each person needs to find a system, method, and tool that works for them. However, when you are in college or work at a job with long-term projects, you may need to plan longer than a day, week, or month, so you know what to expect. This is what long-term planning helps you do. It gives you a broader view, usually 3 to 6 months at a time. Then, with this broader picture in mind, you can then do more accurate daily, weekly, and monthly planning. For today's workshop, you will be planning your assignments and due dates for your EDUC 1300 class. I am providing you with a set of tools to use as I model the process, but feel free to use your own tools and methods to long-term plan the rest of your semester for your other courses. First, we have a quarterly calendar that I found on Microsoft Word. We will be using the January, February, March, and May columns. I have also provided you with a copy of the spring final exam schedule for VC. You won't need this for this class, but you may need it for your other classes. The other two things you will need are your completed learning plan and your syllabus. The objective for today's workshop is to create due dates for each of your assignments, so you aren't waiting until the last minute to submit your assignments. Some of the assignments have specified due dates, so let's start with those. First, let's do the required activities. You can find these on your learning plan. Each week, you have a discussion handout that is due by Sunday at midnight. So let's add all of those right now. Each Sunday, put the topic and the points for all 11 discussion handouts. You can find the topic and the due date in your syllabus. Here's what it will look like when you are finished. Now let's add in the Discovery Wheel 1 and Learning Plan that you should have already completed. We will begin the social learning theory assignment next week, and it will be due March 4th, so let's add that. The Degree Works Planner assignment will be introduced during week 6, which is February 19th. For this assignment, you can see in your syllabus that you need to meet with an advisor before March 9th. Then you will finish the assignment after week 10. So sometime after April 2nd, but before April 22nd. Give yourself a due date for completing this assignment and write it on your long-term planner. The Discovery Wheel 2 assignment begins week 14, which is April 23rd, and it's due April 29th, so write that on your planner. Finally, you will begin your portfolio reflection on week 15, which is April 30th, and your reflection is due May 6th. Your portfolio reflection discussion post is due May 9th. There's a typo on the learning plan, so add those dates in. If you only want a D in the class, you will stop here. However, if you want any grade other than a D, you should complete 100 to 300 points in optional activities. Almost all of the optional activities are due April 22nd. But you are going to create your own due dates now by planning on completing 1 to 2 activities each week. In your your syllabus, we have suggested when to do specific activities because they fit well with the discussion topics or events. I have provided a list of suggested times for activities, but feel free to modify those activities to meet your needs based on your chosen optional activities. Look at your learning plan and assign a due date on your quarterly planner. As you go, aim to complete 1 to 2 activities a week so you are not overwhelmed with assignments. Keep track of your points as you go so you know how many activities you need to do to get the grade you want. When you are finished, you are going to transfer your due dates from your quarterly planner to your weekly planner. When you write your due date in on Sunday, you should also schedule a time earlier in the week to complete that activity. For example, if you have Tuesday off, you may want to schedule the discussion handout to be done on Tuesday. After completing your planning for the semester, you may choose to finish the Workshop 2 reflection. Write paragraph 2 on what you learned from this workshop, paragraph 3 on how you will apply what you learned to home, school, and career, and paragraph 4 on what connections you can make. Where in your life have you done this before? Then follow the directions in Workshop 2 to submit your work and earn 20 points.